welcome to my fifth video. For today's one, you will need a little pillow, a block to put your head on, or some books, or a rolled up towel, just to keep the alignment with your neck and shoulders, if you would like to use that. If you've got a band, then use your band if you've got one. And also a squashy ball. I know most of you haven't got these. They're softball, Pilates softball, not fully blown up, as you don't need them blown up. But I have been asked if I could just include a little bit with the exercises just to as different variation. So if you do have a ball, you can use them. Unfortunately, I know most of you haven't. Right, we will get started, and we'll start with scissors. Make sure you've done video number 1 first, because that's a warm-up, and we can keep that one the same, and you can just do that version. So we'll just have a little lie down, starting with scissors. So you've got your feet flat, a little gap between your feet, a little gap between your knees, and then lengthening from the crown of the head, the shoulders down, breathing into the ribs, and nice width across your chest, width across your shoulders, waist drawing in, little gap under your back for your neutral spine, and pelvic floor muscles lifted, and then hips, knees and feet in alignment. So if you've got the ball, if you want to use it, you can pop it under your tailbone, and you can do the first 3 levels with the ball under the tailbone if you want to. If you haven't got a ball, that's fine, we can do it without. So breathe in to prepare, breathe out, float one leg up to tabletop position. We breathe in again, breathe out, you touch your foot down to the mat, and breathe in as you lift it back up again. Now we're aiming for 10 of those on one side, and then when you've done 10 on one side, we'll repeat on the second side. So try and maintain your neutral spine, try and keep that little gap under your back. We don't want it to get smaller or bigger, just try and keep it the same all the time. So breathing into the ribs, expanding the right ribs sideways and downwards into the mat. So hopefully we're on the second side by now. And of course you can stay at this level if you want to. You don't need to go on to the next level, especially if you've got a bad back, you just want to take it easy, then that's fine. If you're happy to go on to the next level, it's a little harder, it's got both legs up. So you breathe in to prepare, breathe out, float one leg up to tabletop position, breathe in, breathe out, float the second leg up to tabletop position, little gap between your feet, little gap between your knees. Again, we breathe in, breathe out, you touch your foot down to the mat, and breathe in as you lift it back up again. Same on the second side, breathing out and breathing in as you lift it back up again. So we're aiming for 10 changes on that one. So navel in and up and diagonally back to the backbone all the time. So you could go on to the next level. You could still leave the soft ball under your tailbone if you want to use it. The next level, you breathe in to prepare, breathe out, float one leg up, breathe in, breathe out, float the second leg up. You breathe in again and you breathe out as one foot goes down to the mat. You breathe in as the second foot goes down to the mat. If you want to make it a little harder, you can straighten your knees a bit, but your foot does still touch the mat and your knees are still bent. And we're aiming for 10 changes on that one. So it's virtually the same as the last one. And shall we go on to the next level now? If you want to, you can place the softball between your shoulder blades on this one to give you more of a challenge with this version. So we're aiming for straight legs. We're aiming for head and shoulders off the mat. Now, if it's too much for your neck, you can leave your head down or use your little pillows that you've been using. If we can, breathe in to prepare, breathe out, float head and shoulders off, and we'll take the legs up towards the ceiling. You hold the outside of the ankle and down the inside of the knee. If you can't reach, you can hold further down, that's absolutely fine. Breathing out as the legs part, breathing in as they come together, swapping over, breathing out and breathing in. Again, aiming for 10 changes on that one, trying to keep the body stable. So as the legs change, you're not rolling from side to side. Keeping that stability, you're using your core to do that. So you're gaining your core strength from the exercise in that way. So aiming for 10 changes on that one. Don't forget you can put your head down if you need to, if it's killing your neck. Now there is another version on a shoulder stand that quite a few of you do in the class. If you want to do that, that's fine, but we won't do it on the video today. I'm a bit squashed for space, to be quite honest, but apart from that, the ones who do it know the exercise, so that's absolutely fine. We'll go on to an exercise for rhomboids. If you've got a band, you can use the band, but you can do it without. It's absolutely fine. Now you're aiming to strengthen between the shoulder blades, and you're getting a stretch across the front of the chest. And all you're doing really, got your arms out to the side, is just squeezing between the shoulder blades, and that makes your elbows move because you're using your shoulder blades. You're not actually using your elbows or your arms. So have a little lie down and keep our feet down on the mat today. So you've got feet nice and flat, you've got a gap between your feet, gap between your knees, shoulders down, and hold the band. And then squeeze the shoulder blades, which takes your elbows down to the floor, and release. So this time we're breathing in as you take the elbows down, and you're breathing out as you release. So aim for at least 10 of these, and you're getting a nice stretch across the front of the chest, and you're also strengthening between the shoulder blades. Try and keep the wrists stable, so don't bend or twist the wrist or do anything. Keep those wrists nice and stable. Don't want any problems with the wrists. And then if we're happy to go on to the next one, is side kick. Now if you've got a soft ball, if you want to use a soft ball, this first level you could have the ball between your ankles, and then you can just lift your legs up and hold the ball there. So just a little extra thing you can do there. If not on our side, again, you can use a pillow, or you can place your head on your arm. Try and keep your top hip forward over your bottom hip. Try not to roll back at all. Keep the shoulders down. We breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, lift both legs, and hold it for up to 10 breaths, which is about a minute probably. Try and keep this top hip forward. You could place your hand in front of you for balance, or you could place it down your side for a little bit more of a challenge, or for more of a challenge you could come up onto your elbows if you want to. Try and keep your shoulders down all the time. And again, 10 breaths or about a minute. So think your navel in and up and diagonally back to the backbone, pelvic floor muscles lifted, all the normal things. So this is another core strength exercise. And then if you're ready to, we'll go on to the next level. The next level, we're aiming to have both legs off the mat. If this is a bit difficult for you, you could keep your underneath leg down on the mat, and you can even bend the underneath knee for more stability if you want to. Let's have a little go. So you can breathe in to prepare, breathe out, lift both legs, top leg goes a little bit higher, and then you breathe out as you take the leg forward, and you breathe in as it comes over the top of the other one. Again, you can keep that leg down if you need to, or you can bend the knee if you need to give yourself more stability. But aim for, at least 5. I think most of you could probably do 10, so aim for about 10 if you can. Trying to keep the body reasonably stable so you're not rocking too much forward and back. Try and keep the shoulders down and breathing into the ribs, all the normal things. So the next level, if you're ready to go on to that, underneath leg does stay down on the mat, but again, if you need the stability, you can bend that underneath knee if you want to. So we breathe in to prepare, breathe out, lift just the top leg, you flex the foot, you breathe in as you take it forward with a double pulse, and you breathe out as you take it back with a double pulse. And again, aiming for at least 5 of these, up to 10 if we can. So you've got a flexed foot to the front and a stretched foot or relaxed foot to the back. Trying to keep the top hip forward all the time so you're not rolling back. As you take the leg back, you could press your hip forward. That helps to give you stability with it. So of course, navel in and up and pelvic floor muscles lifted. And then if you'd like to bend your knees in, a little stretch there. And then we'll roll over onto the second side. And we'll do it all on the second side. So using the ball between your ankles, if you want to use the ball, lengthen those legs away. Stretch that arm there. So you breathe in to prepare, breathe out, lift both legs, and we hold that for up to 10 breaths. So breathing fully and deeply into the ribs, expanding the ribs sideways and backwards. And then if you're ready to go on to the next level, don't forget the underneath leg. You can either keep it down on the mat or you can bend it if you want to. But if you can, we have both legs off the mat. So you breathe in to prepare, breathe out, lift both legs, top leg a little bit higher, and you breathe out as you take the leg forward, and you breathe in as it comes over the top of the other one, or leave the leg down, or bend the underneath leg. So again, aiming for at least 5, up to 10 if you can. And then the next level, underneath leg stays down, you breathe in to prepare, breathe out, lift the top leg, flex the foot, you breathe in as you take it forward with a double pulse, and you breathe out as you take it back with a double pulse. And aim for at least 5 or up to 10 if you can. And then if we finish that one off, just have a stretch out with a full body stretch. And then we'll finish that one off and we'll go on to video number 6.